Hey everyone, it is Lorraine with Lorraine Murray Fitness, and we have been talking about eating healthy for beginners. And today we are on part 4, and that is talking about dinner. Now, I've said breakfast was hard, lunch is hard. Guess what? Dinner's hard too. Eating at home and eating healthy is just hard in general. But there are some things you can do to make eating dinner easier. Sorry about the door, my husband's just walking back in. You good? Hi. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, but I just heard him come back in. So, with dinner, it's hard because we're going to sporting events, we have appointments, maybe you go to church 1 day a week or 2 days a week, and those just take up your time, and it's hard to find time from after work or after school getting dinner in as well. But there are a few things that you can do to help. One main one is making a schedule for dinner. Now maybe you've tried this before, maybe you've heard of it, and maybe it's completely new to you, but making a schedule for every day of the week with a different cuisine is a great way to create a schedule but not have to eat the same meals every day. Maybe your family would do great eating spaghetti every day on a Monday, but maybe you get sick of it. So here's some examples. Maybe on Monday you eat Italian cuisine. That does not mean you're only eating spaghetti. What that means is instead of searching the internet for a broad idea of dinner, you type in Italian cuisine, and then you can pick and choose healthier meals from Italian, and you eat that on Monday every week. Just a different item, just the same cuisine. Maybe you would have Mexican, American, Cajun, Asian, French, Greek, whatever kind of food you like, you can put that down on your list, but write it out so that week after week you get into a routine of, okay, Wednesday's American night, we're going to have a steak, or we're going to have a burger, or whatever it is that you want to eat on Wednesday. But you switch it up, but you just stick to the same type of cuisine, and it makes your menu recipe hunting so much easier and so much more narrowed down. Now, maybe that won't work for your family, and maybe eating the same meals every week works for you. I know growing up I had spaghetti every Wednesday at my grandma's, and I loved it. I love spaghetti now, and it worked for us. And we try to throw spaghetti in our meal plan probably every week as well. It just depends on the night for us. Another option is have breakfast night. Those are always super easy, loved by kids, loved by adults. You can do breakfast or plan takeout. One of the goals I try to suggest you do is make a plan of how many times a week you're going to eat out. I really suggest trying to limit it to one or two max. And one of those days during the week can be your takeout or bring home or go out to eat day. But you can plan for that. But breakfast is another easy one to throw in there, or sandwich night if you decide to do that. And just a fun little tip, did you know that the average American eats pizza once a week? And it's usually on a Wednesday or a Thursday. How many of you guys are the pizza once a week family? Steve and I haven't been recently, but Steve's favorite food is 110% pizza or tacos, depending on his mood. But pizza, I think, is his favorite food, and he literally would eat pizza every day of the week if I let him. But the average American does that once a week. So maybe you fit into that category, and you can leave that in your week if you want. Just try to choose healthier pizza, or maybe limit it to once a month or something like that. But anyway, making a meal plan is super important. Having an idea running through your head and what you're going to do makes your life a lot easier and makes it more likely that you are not going to go out to eat because you are planning. So on that, let's talk about some tips for planning. Write out your plan. Write out whatever you decide to do. Write out each meal you're going to have for the week. Doesn't matter if you follow what I mentioned before or if you have your own way of creating that, but write out a plan. 1, you're going to save money because you're going to shop to a list. 2, you're always going to know what's coming up next, so you can plan. Go, okay, we have this coming up, but I need to fit this meal in here. When do I need to start cooking it? What do I need to get done ahead of time, etc. And you're going to save money because you're not going to go to the grocery store picking up things that you don't need. 2, this is one that this is like a make or break deal for Steve and I. Clean your kitchen. Steve and I are not neat people. We're not the most organized people. We kind of don't run on a schedule, and we're the ones running around with our chicken or with our head cut off like a chicken. But cleaning our kitchen has been the success or failure in our eating dinner. If we walk in at 5 o'clock and go, oh my gosh, our kitchen is a disaster, the dishes aren't done, and I'm going to have to clean or do dishes just in order to make dinner, we go out. So what we found to work is that every night, basically no matter how full our dishwasher is, we run it at night and we put the dishes away in the morning before our kids go to school. That way dirty dishes can just keep going in. Everything's clean for dinner. Our counters are cleaned off. And it's more prepared and ready for cooking dinner at night. If you don't have a clean kitchen, the likelihood of you wanting to actually cook in it is going to be very low. Another one, buy the pre-portioned veggies and salad bases and fruit. I know that some of you are going to fight this and go, they're too expensive. But let me tell you that in the end, you're probably going to save money because one, if you have some of these things pre-done for you by someone else, you're probably going to be more likely to cook at home because it's going to be faster. And then two, you're not going to throw out the food that you bought with all intention of cooking it because you didn't have time to prep it. And you're likely to eat at home versus eating out if you do that. Another one, sorry, I have to look at my list real quickly. Oh yeah, do work for tomorrow's meal tonight. So if you're baking chicken or you're grilling something or something's cooking in the oven as a casserole or something, start prep work for tomorrow's meal. Cut up the vegetables if you didn't buy pre-portioned ones. Make pizza dough, or I don't know, can you make pizza dough and refrigerate it? I don't know, but you know, whatever it is that you can do ahead of time for the meal that you're having tomorrow, do that now so that you're not rushing around as much tomorrow. And the last one, oh yeah, sorry, my mind's a little frazzled. It's a Friday for me. Make extras. We've talked about this a little bit before. Leftovers are amazing. You can have a leftover day as well instead of, like, if you don't like Cajun, eat leftovers that day. And the other thing is, if you have leftovers, you can plan for that. Those days that are super busy, leftovers work great for that, and they're great for lunch. So, you know, make more than you need and eat those and save yourself time on a day that's exceptionally busy. But dinner can be really hard. And I know in summer, like, there are so many sports going on, there's so many events that we want to go to, that it can be really, really challenging. And sometimes we need to simplify a meal plan for the time of year that it is. And it's okay. Just look into creating a meal plan. Have maybe 2 weeks worth, a month worth, and then rotate it. Just continue to rotate it so you're not always coming up with meal plans. And you know, our parents and grandparents, I'm sure, did this, but maybe it wasn't as convenient as we have now. You can use apps to help you. You can use reminders. You can make grocery lists and save them. So when you're like, if you have 4 weeks worth, you're like, okay, this is week 3. You look at week 3 grocery list, and you don't even have to think of the ingredients you need. You just do it. You do the work one time, and then you have it for future use. Our parents and grandparents didn't have that, so they kept it in their head. If you're like me and you see me cheating and looking at my notes because my brain is so fried from everything we have to keep track of, because our life is really fast paced, use these tools to help you. And you can even buy meal plans. You don't even have to make them up if you don't want to. That's how amazing the technology is that we have. So I hope some of these help you guys. Next time we're going to talk about things that, to end up the series, I guess, we're going to talk about kind of eat this, not this, things that you can trade out that will make these meals that we're talking about today or these ideas even healthier. So, you know, for example, instead of ground beef, anything you use ground beef in, change it to ground turkey, and you're going to make your meal automatically healthier. So don't forget to check back on my next video and find out a list of amazing things that you can substitute or trade out so that your meals become healthier and you can still have delicious, tasty meals while doing it. Thank you again for joining me, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Check back later if you didn't have time to watch all of this, and check out my blog. The video will be posted there as well. And if you need anything or want ideas on meal plans, please feel free to message me and I'd be happy to talk to you guys. Have a great day. Bye.